So I started a sourdough starter probably back in January, and every time you feed it, you got to kind of throw some out. Well, I was like, why am I throwing out all this discard? What can I do with it? So I found this recipe and I've been making it and I absolutely love it. So join me while I show you how to make these sourdough crackers. All right, guys, I've gathered all my ingredients and I have a medium bowl. This is super easy. You're just gonna take everything here and put it together. So let's get started. Now, this is my sourdough starter. This is before it's been fed, so it's a little loose, it's happy, it's ready to go. You want 3/4 cup of this. She is very happy, but she's very hungry. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna feed her with the flour. Let's make sure we don't make a mess-ish. Always do. You can smell the alcohol coming off of it. It smells like a dirty beer. All right. So we have a 3/4 cup of sourdough starter and a cup of flour. Or did I get those backwards? Read the ingredients list. Put all this in there. We have our 1/4 cup of butter. It's very warm in here today, so it's melting. We're gonna try to get most of this off. I just like to lay the paper down a little bit, kind of give it a good scrape. Want all that butter, right? And a tablespoon of herbs. I have picked rosemary, some dried minced onion, and sea salt. So put a mix of that in there. Maybe a little bit more. My salt is settling to the bottom, so let's make sure we get all that in there. Perfect. All right, give it a good mix. Make sure you cut that butter in. Scrape the sides. Fold up and over. All right, so most of this is hydrated. I'm going to switch over to our trusty old bench scraper. Just a little more stout. This is a little more flexible. So use the round end here and you can just scrape really, really well. You get all those bits and pieces off the side of your bowl and off the bottom. Next, let's switch to our hands. We're gonna make sure there's no pieces of flour that are visible. You can see it's came together in a ball. And next we are going to grab the saran wrap that we have in our freezer. Now, pro tip, I like to keep my saran wrap in the freezer. Why would we do this? Because it doesn't stick to itself as much when it's cold. So keep it in the freezer, and then when you need it, it unrolls a lot easier. I'm gonna wash up and grab the saran wrap. All right, let me show you how to do this. Cold saran wrap. I like to stick it, the first part, to my counter. It'll stick for you pretty good. Roll it out. We're gonna get the scissors. Cut it. Perfect. Sticking. Put this in the middle. Actually, I lied. We're gonna put it to one side and we're gonna kind of push it down into maybe like a rectangle, because later on we're gonna come back and roll it out. And so if it's chilled into a rectangle already, it'll be easier to start rolling out. So put it on one side. And then you just go over like this. Perfect. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're gonna put this in the refrigerator for 20 minutes to chill before we roll it out. All right, guys, so it's been 20 minutes. We're about ready to take out the dough from the fridge. But first, I got some stuff that you might want to get. A couple pieces of parchment paper, a rolling pin, some flour for dusting because it might get sticky, and a pizza cutter. We all have one of these. So this is what you want. Also, let's preheat the oven, 350. All right, here's our dough. I didn't get it quite in the rectangle I wanted to, but totally fine. I see all those nice herbs in there. Little minced onions, some rosemary. Super excited. All right, we got our trusty bench scraper. Cut this bad boy in half. Try to get it equal. And then we are going to put it down in the middle. Perfect. I'm going to put this on top and we're gonna push it out. Now, this doesn't have to be perfect, but your goal is to push it completely out to all the way to the edge of the parchment. So what you wanna do is you wanna start in the middle and work your way out. I'm gonna stop there. Looks perfect to me. I'm going to melt some butter and brush some butter on it and maybe add a little bit more salt, and then we'll cut it. I like to cut them on the bigger side, but you probably should cut them a little bit on the smaller side, because you want that heat when you put them in the oven to kind of get in the middle, because you don't want your edges, oven's ready, you don't want the edges to brown real well and then have the middle more raw. So this is how I like to do it. I like to divide it in the middle and then work my way out. So that's, I'm guessing, about an inch. So I think these are great. Let's put them on the pan and get them in the oven. So be careful because these are very thin. I like to put the pan right here and just slide them right on. Just like that. All right, guys, I got these cut out onto the sheet pans, and let's get these in the oven for 15 minutes. All right, while we're waiting for our crackers to finish getting done, I'm going to cut some cheese up so we can have it with our crackers. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you are a cheese lover like I am, this is called a cheese and or a tomato knife. Best knife ever to cut the cheese. All right, guys, let's get these out of the oven. They look so good. And they may smell even better. All right, we're gonna let them cool down a little bit and we're gonna test them out. Guys, we have our crackers in a bowl. Let's take a look at them. It's about the size you want. Some of them are a little bit bigger, no big deal, but look how thin that is. You want that. Did you hear it? I'll do it again.